So the big question is, what is the difference between a full function scan tool like this one here and a little code reader like this one here? Now, the obvious difference is price. If I can use food as an analogy for any subject, I'm going to do it. So here you go. This is like Red Robin. Awesome hamburgers, a little bit more expensive, but the menu is gigantic. There's so many different options to choose from. This is more like your In-N-Out burger. There's like 3 different burgers and some fries and shakes on there. The menu is ridiculously simple, but people love it because they're great hamburgers and it's all they want. They don't want a big menu sometimes. You just want to go in, get the burger you're looking for. That's what this one is here. Let's have a look at it. All right, while it's booting up, I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. We've got a 2018 Tundra out in the driveway, and it's just itching for me to test this on there. And the cool part about this particular code reader is that it's got a battery inside. Now, it'll charge that battery with your OBD2 or with a USB cable that it comes with. But I can get this thing booted up and take it out to the Tundra and have it ready to go by the time we get to the car. So let's go check that out. We're in the Tundra, we've got the tool booted up. Here's how fast this thing is, watch. OBD, and it's gonna just kind of think about it. It's gonna communicate with the truck. This is gonna be in real time here, and as soon as the screen pops up, I'm gonna show you how valuable this is. There it is, we've got right there, OBD, that's your VIN. Mil status is off, so that's your check engine light. We know the check engine light is not being requested on, so that's number 1. And number 2, there it is, readiness completed, 9. So you've got 9 completed monitors, 0 incomplete. That means that this vehicle is ready for emissions testing. If you have it in your state, you need to know if it's going to pass the test. Now this will 100% guaranteed pass an emissions test. We already know this because it says so on the screen. That's all they check for. Now in some states you've got other inspections, whatever, but I'm talking about emissions. That's what this is. It took about 10 seconds and we got the answer that we need. So if you did a repair on the car and you wanted to make sure that all the monitors were set, you'll know that before you have to go and get a test done. That's pretty helpful. Now we can go into diagnostics, and that's going to be where a lot more functionality is available. I'm going to choose Toyota here. We'll see how fast it connects. Now something like this, a more inexpensive tool, is going to be a little bit slower. I showed you what it can do quickly. Now we're going to be a little bit slower because it's a more budget-minded tool, we'll call it. That 16-pin DLC, that's what you're going to use for North America, Europe, that kind of thing. Sort of your regular OBD2. Go ahead and skip ahead. We don't need to watch this. It's taking about a minute. So we've got it right there. It can recognize that it's a Tundra. It's built between 17 and 19. It does have radar cruise. And there's it, everything right there. So yes, that is what we've got. Okay, and now it's going to scan the vehicle. So as soon as we get to that screen, I'll show you what it can do, which is actually quite a lot for just a regular code reader. Okay, health report. This is pretty neat. So we can just pick that right there, and it's going to go through all the modules and scan them. Well, it's going to scan the 4 modules that it's capable of scanning, and those are your major ones. That's going to be your engine, your trailer brake controller. I didn't know it was going to go over there. It does ABS. Oops. Looks like there's a couple codes there. SRS, that's your airbag. Pre-collision system, that's ADAS. Wow, so it actually does more. So in occupant detection, so it's got a few modules in here that I didn't even know it was capable of checking, but it can. And let's go here to the engine. This is just your main PCM here. It's a PCM and transmission. Now, we can read the fault codes in there, and that's fine. It's got, I think it said 1, startability malfunction. So I think that's when you crank it too long before it starts. Just gives us a history code. No big deal there. What I want to do now, though, is show you the live data. Now this is very important when you're looking for a problem. Let's go there, read data stream. Now these are all the data points that it will give you a graph of or a readout of, and it just goes on and on in alphabetical ABC order. So that's helpful if you're trying to find a problem to fix the car. But something that you're going to need just when you're doing maintenance, especially your transmission, is you need to know how hot the transmission is, because you've got to get that oil level at a certain temperature to make sure you got it just right, and then bang, there it is, oil temperature 1. It's also got oil temperature 2, which gives you information about things inside the transmission, but oil temperature 1 is really what you want to look at. So let's go there. There you go. Oil temperature 87.13 degrees. Looks like you can graph it. Let me see if it'll graph. Yeah, there it is. Bang. If I start the car right now, you'll see the graph kind of gradually rise. And once it gets to its target window, and it's somewhere like 100 to 113 or something like that degrees, that's when you want to check the fluid level in your transmission. Super helpful, and you can do it on a tool that really doesn't cost much at all, so I'm glad I can do that. One more thing we can do, let's go back to the home screen. All the way back. Okay, now this is going to give you your maintenance stuff, so there'll be your oil light reset and stuff like that. It can also do special functions. So let's go in there and show you. This is something that surprised me. It's got immobilizer. Now this is for Toyota. Not all brands have what I'm about to show you. Toyotas do have it, and it's available on this tool. As soon as it comes up, I'll show you. This is really, really handy. I've showed it in other videos on other tools, much more expensive tools, but check this out. And it's going to ask you, are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Let me, whoops. Wow, it went so fast, it went right past Toyota. Yeah, it's got radar cruise. You've seen this all before. All right, so it's again, it's plugged into the truck. It knows what we got. You hit OK. Now it's scanning all the modules. It's scanning the immobilizer module to bring that up. And there you go. You got the BCM, that's the body control. And let's go to immobilizer. Now it keeps giving you warnings, because what you can do here is make your truck not start if you do it wrong, or if you don't know what you're doing. Now, you've got transponder erase and registration, manual remote match, and here you go, all missing keys. So, let's say you lose a key, you lose 2 of them at the beach, whatever, you buy yourself a new key on Amazon, but you gotta get it programmed to your truck. Here's what it did. So you've got 1 key, at least 1 key or more. That's gonna be the master key. So you hit OK, and that will erase the keys that are programmed to the vehicle, the ones that you lost, and it will register the one that's in the ignition. And I'm not going to hit OK for obvious reasons, but this tool will do that. Amazing. So this little code reader, it's got a full color touchscreen. It's got a battery inside of it. It can read 4 modules on this car and any car, because it's got free lifetime updates. And you can see your transmission fluid temperature in real time, so you can do your own transmission fluid service. And it follows the KISS method. Keep it super simple. It's awesome. So I'm going to keep this video super simple and say thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.